If you own a home in Victoria, BC, and you're thinking about moving, you probably ask yourself this exact question. Should I sell my home first or should I buy my next one first? And honestly, this single decision can cost you tens of thousands of dollars or save you tens of thousands of dollars, depending on how you handle it. I talk to upsizers and downsizers almost every single week who feel completely stuck because they don't want to sell too early, they want to buy too late, and they're scared of making the wrong move. So in this video, I'm going to break down the real pros and cons of selling first, the real pros and cons of buying first, and how this actually plays out in the Victoria market, and how to figure out which option fits your situation. I'm G, I'm a local realtor here in Greater Victoria, and I help buyers and sellers all across the region. And if at any point you want a personalized plan for your situation, you can call or text me anytime. My info is down below. Now let's get started. So first up, why does this decision feel so hard? Before we even talk about the pros and cons, let's talk about why it feels overwhelming. Most people only move a few times in their life. You're not doing this every single year. So when you're facing the big financial decision, a lifestyle change, and a timing question all at once, it's normal to feel a bit paralyzed. And on top of that, Victoria is not a simple market. Inventory can be tight, good homes can sell fast, prices don't always move in a straight line, so people worry about, what if I sell and can't find anything? What if I buy and can't sell? What if I overpay? What if I sell too cheap? These are valid fears, and the good news is, there is no universal right answer. But there is a right answer for you based on your finances, your risk tolerance, your timeline, and your goals. And that's what we're going to walk through today. So first up, let's look at option A, selling first. You know exactly what you can afford by doing this because when you sell first, you're no longer guessing. You're not estimating. You know exactly your sale price, your net proceeds, your actual down payment, and that gives you a real concrete budget. Instead of saying, I think I can afford X amount, you can say, I have $350,000 available for my next purchase. That clarity removes a massive amount of stress. It also prevents disappointment because you're only shopping in a range you can truly afford. Now, you become a much stronger buyer. Once your home is sold, you're essentially a cash-ready buyer. You don't need a subject to sale condition. That makes your offer cleaner, more attractive, and more competitive. In multiple offer situations, this can be the difference between winning and losing. And even in a slower market, sellers still prefer clean offers. This can also help you negotiate price, repairs, or closing dates as well. You also avoid carrying two homes because buying first often means you temporarily have to carry two mortgages, two property tax bills, two insurance policies, and that adds pressure pretty fast. And selling first eliminates this. You're not lying awake at night wondering, what if my home doesn't sell for 3 months? Financial peace of mind is huge in this situation. Also, you can time your purchase a bit more strategically. Once sold, you can watch the market calmly. You're not desperate, you're not rushing. You can wait for the right location, the right layout, the right price. You're shopping from a position of strength. Now, let's be honest, selling first isn't perfect. There are downsides of selling your home first before buying. Now, first up, you may need temporary housing. This is the biggest drawback. You may need short-term rentals, Airbnb, family or friends, storage of furniture. It's inconvenient. Sometimes it costs money, but for many people, it's a short-term sacrifice for long-term security. Now, on the other side, you could feel rushed to buy. Once you're sold, there's that emotional pressure. You don't want to be, say, in limbo forever. And this is why having a plan before listing is so critical. You should already know what neighborhoods you're interested in, price ranges, must-haves versus nice-to-haves, because good planning reduces the risk dramatically. Now, another big con is prices could rise. If the market moves upward while you're shopping, your buying power could shrink slightly. This does happen, but in most cases, the stability and certainty outweigh this risk, but of course, it depends on your own individual situation, so this is why planning is so important. Now, let's look at option B, buying first. This can work, but it requires stronger finances and higher tolerance for risk. But this is an option that I've helped many clients use. So what you do is you lock in the home you love. If you find that perfect home, great location, great layout, checks all the boxes, buying first allows you to secure it immediately. No regrets, no what ifs. This is especially appealing when inventory is low. You also avoid temporary moves. You move once, straight from your old home into your new home. No storage, no short-term rental, no bouncing around. Convenience matters, especially for families and downsizers. Plus, it's the emotional relief. Some people simply feel better knowing my next home is secured. that peace of mind has real value. Now, of course, there are some big risks when it comes to buying first, so let's talk about it. First up, you could possibly be carrying two mortgages if you aren't paying all in cash. Even temporarily, this can stretch finances. Lenders will stress test this heavily. Not everyone qualifies, and even if you qualify, it can feel uncomfortable. Now, what many buyers do is put a subject to sale clause for the sale of their home. Now, the thing is, this can actually make your offer weaker because sellers don't love this. You may lose out on great homes because of it. A great way to think about it is when you're selling your home and you get a subject to sale clause offer and another offer that isn't subject to sale, which one are you going to choose? Now, this isn't to say you can't do a subject to sale clause because I've used that for many clients and it has worked out. But it depends on the market you're in, the property itself, and how you negotiate that subject to sale clause and how the outlook for your home sale is as well. Now, another con is you may accept less on your sale. If you're under pressure to sell quickly, you may price lower, accept weaker terms that can cost you real money. So it depends on your situation. Because I've had clients who have paid cash for their home they're buying, so they don't have to worry about carrying the mortgage and that sort of stuff, and they can take the time in selling their home as well, and it's worked out well. But of course, depends on the situation and the property you're selling. Now, what is the best approach, whether you're upsizing or downsizing? And the biggest mistake I see is people trying to decide whether to sell first or buy first without a plan. The smarter approach is get a realistic home value. Talk to a mortgage professional. Map out the best case and worst case scenarios and choose a path with the least amount of risk for you. This removes guesswork, this removes fear, and this creates confidence. So, is it better to sell first or buy first in Victoria, BC? For many people, selling first may feel safer because they know exactly how much they've sold their home for and they're not doing any guesswork. But buying first can also work, but only if you have strong finances and a solid plan as well. But if you're upsizing or downsizing and feeling stuck, call or text me anytime. My info is down below. I'm happy to look at your home value, your goals, and your timeline and help you build a real clear step-by-step plan so you can move forward with confidence. I've helped many homeowners do this in the past, and I have many others I'm helping in the future. Other than that, thanks for watching. Make sure to like the video, subscribe, and drop a comment. And if this video helped you, make sure to watch the next one because I'm going to do way more of these types of videos, so stay tuned. Other than that, thanks for watching.